Hey everyone, Heather Leopards here, and I'm excited to be teaming up with Christine Meyer today for her Stealing Saturday series, which I also refer to as Scraplift Saturday. So I chose this layout. I like the buffalo check plaid as well as the circular design that she used for the layout. So I gave it my own little flair, but use some of the same kind of design principles that you can see here in this layout. So let's take a look and get started. So the first thing I did was find a really cute pattern of flowers, and then I fussy cut them all out. And since I'm doing a photo of my daughter at the pumpkin patch, I thought I would cut out some pumpkins, just to kind of go with the tradition that we do every year where we go to the pumpkin patch as a family. And I decided I wanted to back each of, actually just this one pumpkin with a couple of different patterns, but I ended up deciding to go with a single pattern, and I just alternated the stripes within the pumpkin. I just thought this would give a more consistent or cohesive look there. So you can see if I just rotate so what I did actually was I used the insides of the cut file. I reserved them, and then I just traced around those, and then I just turned some of them sideways to get that alternating striped look like you can see right here. So then just a little bit of liquid adhesive, which is great because you can get the tiny little details there, and then you can shift it around as you need. And then if you need to trim it up just a little bit, you can go back and cut off the little edges that you may need to do. Then for the leaves, I decided to use a really cute little polka dot. It's more of a yellowish polka dot, but I wanted to pull out the color that I'm using from that pattern paper from the flowers. So I used the yellowish green for my leaves. And then I found a coordinating yellowish green that's actually a stripe, and decided to use that for those smaller little leaves. So that way it had a little bit of a design difference, but still, matched very well, and just looked like it was kind of an extension of the leaves, maybe a different variation of the leaves, so to speak. And I'm not going to walk you through cutting and gluing each one of these out, but you can see what I did is I basically just laid the die cut over one of the pattern papers, used a pencil to mark around it, and then I just cut right inside the pencil marks and glued them down there. So really, really easy to do. And there's my final die cuts, all backed with the pretty pattern paper. So now what I'm going to do is look for a background here. I was originally going to go with the same design that Christine had, where she had like a pattern on the left side and then another pattern on the right. But I ended up messing around with some of the pattern papers, and I just really liked how it popped off of this buffalo plaid. So I ended up going with a single pattern, which you see right here. But again, still using that check that she did as well as the circular design. And there's my photo of my cute little pumpkin girl who was born in October, so through and through, she's my October pumpkin baby. Actually, both my girls are. I got really lucky with those too. So now I'm just going to put the bottom piece of the pumpkin down, and I'm sorry you can't see the bottom of this page. I'll shift it up in just a little bit, but I placed it about an inch from the bottom, and now I'm going to cut out the title. So I used the same yellowish greenish zigzag design that I used for those small leaves, and I found a cute little saying in script in the Silhouette store. It says "Cutest pumpkin in the patch," so I used that greenish yellow for "Cutest in the," and then I used a orange with black polka dots. It actually has black glitter polka dots for pumpkin patch. And so here I'm actually going to walk you through the finished product because for some reason my camera shifted to blurry mode. So if you want to watch the process in blurry mode, you can at the end of this, but I thought I would go ahead and at least walk you through this layout and what I did here. So you can see the title, and then So for this upper cluster, I took a smaller version of that same pumpkin and I backed the leaves like I did previously and placed them under the photo. And then I popped up the photo using some foam. And then I fussy cut all those flowers like I mentioned earlier, which you can see a couple of them left over on the right. And what I did was I just kind of tucked some under the photo. I popped some up using some foam dots. I tucked more. I included a few stickers, but you can see I've just kind of tucked and elevated all around the photo here to create a fun little cluster around the photo. And then I did a similar thing to the pumpkin down at the bottom. For this one, I kind of envisioned this as a pumpkin sitting out there, you know, in the field and surrounded by a whole bunch of more pumpkins or flowers and grass and stuff. So that's what kind of inspired this look. And I just did the same thing. I tucked some under, I popped some up, and just created another cluster around this cute little pumpkin here. And that's a little butterfly that I included. It's a puffy sticker butterfly from the Pebbles collection. And then last but not least, I added another cluster because I wanted to work in a triangular design. So I added some more flowers and stickers. You can see a star and a flower sticker, but then also that cute little butterfly, which I popped up using some foam dots. So that's a really quick walkthrough of how this layout ended up coming together. Like I said, if you want to watch the blurry version, there's about another minute or two of me, you know, assembling it together. You might need some extra strong glasses. Just kidding. I know that won't help. But seriously, if you want to watch the rest of that, you can. But I'm not going to actually talk through that process there. So anyways, I want to thank Christine for having me today. I love the layout you created and I love the end result of mine. So thanks so much for inspiring me, and I hope I inspired you too.